you need to be concerned about what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Okay? But not only are we gonna talk about the problems, but we're gonna talk solutions.
That's right.
Okay? Because we're in a state that recognizes certain things and is trying to give its people certain solutions. And so I want to kind of go back in history on when I first started my journey in finance. My journey started in New Orleans, Louisiana. I was the coordinator of what was called Money Matters. It was stock market game, where we taught students from some of the lowest performing schools how to play a stock market. Well, guess what? My class won first place in the state competition.
All right.
Out
All
the
right.
gate.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Abraham Senior
Yes,
High
ma'am.
School. First, and this was in 94. Okay. 1994, 95 time. And I never forget Jim LaPointe, who was the director of the state games. He did a training, and credit goes to the late Dr. Patricia Harris, who at the time was the dean of business at Southern in New Orleans. And I have to also give Amalgamated Transit Union pension board member Hillary Moore, because they noticed that nobody black was managing the money. So they pushed, and as a result of their push, that opened the door for me to sit in those meetings.
Okay.
Well, I was familiar with the stock market, but it allowed me the opportunity now to hear the discussions that go on in the on the golf course. Now I've been to Torrey Pines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Several times. In La Jolla, I've been up there, so it's a whole different atmosphere. But to hear the conversation is a different conversation.
That's right.
One thing I want to credit Houston for is this: you build the infrastructure for your small businesses.
Okay.
And that's important. In Dallas, we're doing that. Let me give you some statistics that you need to be aware of between Houston and Dallas when we talk about wealth. Now, this is according to the Urban Institute Financial Health and Wealth Dashboard. So you can look this up. Houston median net worth is 120,787. Black Houston is 40,319. Now Dallas median net worth is 122,611. Black Dallas is $31,055. Now I'm proud to say that when I first got these statistics at a financial roundtable from the city, Black Dallas was 6,600. Okay. So I'm proud to say education from technical providers like Urban Specialists, 3-in-1 Trinity, Watermark, and an array of people who came into this space with us has changed that trajectory.
Okay.
Okay. But we still got work to do. Now, under your economic resilience, that means people who have at least $2,000 in savings. Black Houston's credit score is 630.
Okay.
The savings is 55%. So 55% of Black Houston has at least $2,000 in savings. Black Dallas credit score is 618, which is up from when I first got the numbers. We were at a 575. Okay. So we have made progress due to the right education.
Right.
And our savings is at 53%. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because with 1.7 in consumption spending as a race, it's not that we don't have the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 trillion. And it's not that we don't have the money.
Yep.
It's what we do with the money.
That's right.
So today, your takeaway is we must build assets. If you're gonna change the game, and I'm gonna tell you the assets you're gonna have to build. If you're gonna change the game moving forward for your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren, you now must build what? Assets.
Right.
Okay? Not that it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make.
That's right.
Okay? And everybody, and even for the ones online, it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make. And because we have choices. When we drive up through Chick-fil-A, when we drive up into what? Whataburger or Starbucks, we make daily choices.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want here's what I always hear from my street hustlers. They say that, they say scam money don't make no money, Miss Francis. I said, it might not, but no money put toward the effort of building assets is the law of zero.
Yeah.
0 times anything is a what?
Zero.
So get out the zero category and start what? Building.
Assets. Yep.
You gotta build some assets. So what is driving this current global financial economy?
That's right.
Is one of the questions that I was charged here to answer. Well, what's driving it is the US dollar. And I want you to understand why it's driving it, because we're going into what is called the fourth industrial revolution.
Okay.
And every time there's a revolutionary change, there's what we call an economic shock. But in this case, we're going to be the ones as Americans to really be what? Shocked. Because we are accustomed to having the world reserve currency. So in this talk, I want you to understand there are 3 types of dollars: domestic, euro, and petrol. Domestic, euro, and petrol. And what you have to understand, each dollar is being attacked. How did the domestic dollar get attacked? When we had COVID and we had to print a lot of money. How did the euro dollar get attacked? Because the euro dollar is an offshore dollar that the United States lends to other countries. The BRICS, when they talk de-dollarization.
Right.
So the BRICS countries hit us with the but our final and strongest dollar, and the dollar you have to be concerned about in this room because it governs your lifestyle, is that petrol.
Okay.
That petrol dollar pays for Social Security, pays for Medicare, allows you to have credit to buy cars and houses. Well, it got hit too.
Okay.
It recently got hit when Iran took a hold of the Strait now. And it said, we will no longer take dollars for oil. We will take the yuan. I want you to understand it because the chickens are going to come home to roost very soon. Sooner than what you think. And I want you to understand, one day, we're going to wake up to a different America. As a result of that petrodollar being hit, it means your Social Security will be cut.
Will be
cut.
Cut. Okay.
And then it will be dismantled.
Okay.
So the first thing is you will experience about a 23% cut. And then you're gonna experience a dismantling now of the Social Security system, which is gonna bring you to UBI, which is Universal Basic Income.
Right.
Okay, I want you to understand that. Why? Because many people don't understand how these systems work. The second system that's got to unravel is the bond market. We're going into a global now bond market collapse, which is going to be triggered by a liquidity crisis. Why am I saying that's important? Pensions are underfunded. That's number one. Number two, pensions lose value as a result of high interest rates. So put this in your notes. When interest rates go up, the value of the bond goes which way? Down. So it means you're gonna have less money. And at some point in this new cycle, it's gonna be a squeeze. One day you might receive a letter saying, we can no longer pay you $3,500 in your pension. We had to adjust it to $2,500. And then you're gonna say, well, why is this happening? It's the bond market. It's the bond market that could call in a loan on your home.
Yeah.
So what do I mean? If you have a mortgage, if your child has a mortgage, if anybody you know has a mortgage, and the whole economy starts to tighten, your mortgages are callable.
Or what?
Callable.
Call.
Okay. Meaning the bank could call in your notes.
Right.
And force you to pay what?
The balance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So these are things you have to understand and prepare for. There is hope. I'm not coming here to give you a bunch of despair, but I want you to understand how these systems work. Because I know y'all looking at me like, oh man.
What the hell?
I know, right? Exactly.
Yeah. You understand? Because when the system contracts, now, if you live in Texas, they can't come and put a tax on to make you pay more money for a municipality to raise tax.
Okay.
So that's one good thing. So yeah, the legislature placed a bill in place where they're not going to be able to come into the taxpayer and say, look, we need to fund this. The municipality can't. All municipalities in Texas have to think growth.
Okay.
If they don't think growth, and that's something you all got to say in Houston, what's our growth plan? Same way in Dallas, same way in San Antonio. You have to think what? Growth. Without growth and without us having the discussion on what does growth look like for the different cities will be the challenge.
Shouldn't every city ask itself, what's our growth plan?
Yes. Yeah. Every city needs to ask, what's the growth plan?
Yeah.
And when you ask, what's the growth plan, then you need to ask, how do Black businesses fit into the growth plan?
Okay.
And if there's no strategic plan for that, don't wait for them to what? Fit you in.
You create one.
Yeah.
You create one and give it to them.
That's right. That's right.
Because they're gonna be using your what? Tax dollars to do it. Okay. So everybody understand, we're at the final stage of this because what dollar got hit? The petrol.
Petrodollar. Yeah. And speaking of that, you said that Iran has said they were not going to use the US dollar. We're going to use, what did you say?
The Chinese yuan.
How you spell yuan?
YUAN. The yuan.
Okay, thank you.
So the yuan is going to be used in lieu of the what? The US petrodollar. So what's coming? And where are we moving to? Well, Dallas got a new economic epicenter called Y'all Street. Y'all Street is based on tokenization. Okay, so tokenization is where we're moving to. Tokenization, last night we were at Big Steakhouse, Bicken and what? And Bicken Anderson's. Anthony. So our waiter, Brandy was in conversation with the waiter, and he trades.
Okay.
He made $11,000 yesterday off of the collapse in the market. So she said, well, Frances is here. She's going to talk to a group and talk about all of this. So he was so engrossed in the conversation. So I started talking about tokenization, what I want to share with you today. So in the tokenization market, in 2027, it's going to go 24/7. Now, what does that mean for you? and 24/7 market. It means that it's like Forex. It's just gonna be around the clock. But it also means something for you in this audience today because it means your pensions, your 401ks, whatever money that you have in the market will be traded constantly.
It's not 24/7 now.
No.
What is it now?
Well, some of it is, but not all of it.
Okay.
They've only taken a few stocks and ETFs to trade 24/7,
Okay.
but not the entire market because tokenization, the market has to move off of the old legacy system. So if you hear the word legacy, that's the old system. So we have to move from the legacy system to what type of system? Tokenization.
Okay.
Okay. So with the tokenization part, you have to understand that's a faster, quicker market, but it's global
Okay.
because we're in a global collapse.
Right.
So it's like this, one goes down while the other one will go up.
Right.
Okay, one will go down while the other one goes up.
And you said that projected go down, come up is 2027.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it already started.
Sure, that's me.
Yeah, so that's where crypto comes in. And I got a lot of crypto fans.
Sure.
So I'm gonna explain to you all why you have to understand crypto now.
Okay.
It will be mandatory for you to understand what it is, how it works, and do your due diligence. When probably after October, we're going to begin to shift over to this new tokenization,
Mm-hmm.
which will spur us into a crypto utility bull run. Not meme coins, but a crypto what? Utility bull run. What do I mean when I say utility? I mean those tokens that are needed to operate the global system in DeFi, energy, supply chain. Okay? Everything it needs for operation.
Mm.
Because you hear AI, you hear robots, but guess what it's gonna be? That's how they're gonna be paid. Through the tokens.
Okay.
See, they're gonna use the tokens to pay for all this.
Okay.
So that's why you now have to do your due diligence to understand that.
And what exactly is a token system?
A token is a metric unit that has a value.
Okay.
So an example of the token, how many of you think you not own crypto? Y'all all own crypto. It's on XRP. Do you Zelle?
Yeah.
You own crypto.
Okay.
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 So if you thought that you were gonna escape it, you did.
Yeah, it's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already connected to it.
When they did ACH, direct deposit, you on crypto. You've been on crypto. The government had to put it in what nice term.
Right.
How many of y'all got stimulus? You got
yeah,
COVID.
similar shit, yeah.
Well, guess what? That was delivered by crypto.
Okay.
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 So I don't want you to think you're gonna escape it because you're not. All right. And because you're not gonna escape it, now is the time to get in the lab and start doing your due diligence.
Mm.
And here's why. There are 5 stages I want you to understand today.
Okay.
So in any business cycle, it happened with cars, trains, planes, everything. There's first new venture. So the example I'm gonna use for crypto was with Bitcoin. So that was new venture stage 1. Stage 2 is proliferation.
Is what?
Proliferation.
Proliferation, okay.
That's like the Wild Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when altcoins came into being, Dogecoin, all of that. Everybody had a what? Excitement. People made what? A lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
The third one is regulation. That's where we are right now
Okay.
in this cycle for crypto. Regulation.
Thank you.
With regulation, here is what you must research.
Okay.
The Clarity Act, the Genius Act, and the Big Beautiful Bill. You gotta do due diligence on all 3 what? legislative actions. The Clarity Act, the Genius Act,
Big beautiful. Bill.
and the Big Beautiful Bill.
Yeah.
Why? Because as we go into consolidation, which is stage 4 now, that's where the new bull market will begin, and it's called a utility bull market. And I'm gonna explain it a little bit more. And then the last stage is innovation. Innovation is when they come out with something new, which they already have,
Mhm.
and we start all over again. First stage is what? New venture. Second stage is what? Proliferation.
Yeah.
That's the wild, wild west. That's when your competitors come. You know, I was a BlackBerry person.
Mm. Yeah.
I love BlackBerry.
Yeah.
And then iPhone came out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we could see it in everything we touch. The third stage is what? Regulation. That's where we are currently now. We are currently in the regulation stage.
Can crypto be regulated? Is it possible to regulate?
Yeah,
it?
they do it. It's called the
It's happening.
Clarity Act
Oh, I got you. All right.
and the Genius Bill.
Touche.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the bull market, I mean, the bull, you mentioned,
Utility,
yeah,
bull market.
bull market, is that when they're gonna be trade, what's that?
Yes, but it's gonna, the crypto, we don't know what's gonna start first. It's either the crypto, well, see, crypto trades 24/7. So you could trade it 24/7. So let me go back. New venture, proliferation, regulation. Regulation is dealing with clarity, genius, big beautiful bill, consolidation now. Now, in this stage, the consolidation stage we're about to go into, probably 2028.
Okay.
So consolidation is gonna be 2028, but you need to get in front of it after October 2026.
Okay.
Why? Because they're gonna separate the winners from the what? Losers. And I'm gonna tell you who selects them, the banks.
Okay.
JP is gonna select. Okay?
JP Morgan.
Yep,
Okay.
Chase is gonna select it. BlackRock selected. Vanguard, they gonna select it.
BlackRock is not a bank, is it?
No, it's an asset management. But they're gonna select me. And Goldman, they gonna select the winners.
Okay.
What about Schwab?
Schwab is there, but they're on the oil side.
Oh,
But so all of them are gonna have a say in who are the winners and who are the what? Losers.
A quick question, Mr. Frank. You said that there are 5 stages to understanding any
Any business cycle.
business cycle. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
5 stages.
Got it.
Right. And so I want you to get ahead of it because what you're researching is what tokenized network, like Chase. Chase has his own what? His own token. What network is that token going to operate on? That's what you need to know. You have to ask what network will the new energy will run on? Because everybody will have its own what? Token. Okay. Then
Wait. I'm confused. Okay,
Okay.
so what I'm hearing you say is, and I apologize for not looking at this, but I can't type this question fast enough. So I hear you, that last thing, what network will new energy run on?
yeah.
So
So
you-
we're gonna have okay, currently our energy grid is what? It's old
Uh-huh.
and it needs to be revamped.
Okay.
But it's not gonna operate like it used to. Tokens are gonna come in
Mhm.
because robots, algorithms, that's how they're gonna get paid.
Okay.
So the human person is not gonna operate.
Okay, so my question is, based on the last thing you said about the energy network, it sounds like you're saying, and this is the question, everything is going to be run on some sort of token
Everything is gonna be run on a network,
on a network,
but the token is gonna be used to pay for it.
and it's in our interest to understand that tokenization so that we can benefit from it,
Correct,
because everything is moving toward that kind of.
correct.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm,
Correct.
mm-hmm. Everything is moving to what? Tokenization.
Okay.
Your homes are moving to tokenization. Your cars, your deeds, everything that you own, every asset you own. when they say you will own nothing and be happy,
Mhm.
that's what they're talking about.
Is that true?
This is not the forum for this right now.
Amen. Offline.
Offline comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, understand now. That's why you see so many people trying to get in the game.
Mhm.
So, here are the tokens themes I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
What tokens will operate AI, autonomous vehicles? What token will operate our banking system? See, everybody thinks of XRP, and I keep telling people because Chase got its own token. Right now, we're working on XRP. XRP is when you Zelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chase is.
XRP is a kind of crypto, right?
Yeah, but it's a token.
Sure.
Yeah, it's still a token.
Okay.
That's synonymous. So when crypto token is synonymous term.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on real quick.
Okay.
Ms. Fontenot, is any of this making sense to you? I mean, be honest.
It's
Okay. Yeah.
more so than not.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
is any of this making sense to you? Yeah. And I asked that because you got, and I'm gonna try and find a video and show it. You guys remember when I showed a video of this white guy with a hat on using all of these financial terms? And I'm like, who's talking about this? She's explaining that video.
Right.
So I pointed out to them that the global financial system is changing.
Correct.
Her brother Craig introducing me to you,
Right.
but our people don't have a clue because in all the circles that we navigate, civic clubs, super neighborhood, political group, nobody is talking about the inevitability of the world changing.
Correct.
And it's important if she can get it, then I know that everybody else can get it because she's the youngest one in the room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got to make sure that what you're saying
Makes sense.
to her,
Right. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Please do.
I think too, because a lot of people feel like, oh, that's not gonna happen. Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because they so used to.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I'm just behind the eight ball.
Correct.
As usual.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Randy says it, no, what you say, you always say, black people think they got time.
Yeah. I know. And we don't really have time to come.
Y'all don't have no time.
Yeah.
Y'all don't
Yeah,
have time.
Don't have enough people.
Yeah.
So why?
No,
Happens to us all the time.
that's right. We get hit first.
Yeah.
We get hit.
Janetta, there's tremendous financial opportunity in what she is saying.
Right.
So now is the time because Miss Renetta is like, I gotta make money because I need things I gotta do.
Right.
So if she says something that you don't understand for whatever reason, ask her because she's talking about the future of where the money is going to be made. And that's why I told you that you needed to be here because I understand where you are. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Any questions? So I can make sure. Okay. So given where we are, okay? We're in what phase? Regulation phase of this new tokenization system. Once the Clarity Act passes now, I want you to understand that's going to be the game changer because we're going to go to consolidation and there's going to be a fight for dominance.
Hold on, Miss Friend.
Okay.
Someone asked a question for the remaining token themes. You gave AI, you gave banking systems,
Energy.
energy. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And supply chain.
And supply chain.
Mhm.
The things that run the world.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you always have to think in terms of how do we operate? We have a must-have of a cell phone. That's run on the network.
We
Meaning
human beings-
global.
Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
Global.
Okay.
Mhm. We have what must needs. When we go to the gas station, that's a network. See, all of these things are on what? Networks. Mhm. Now those networks are gonna shift. And as a result of them shifting, you gotta shift.
Yep. If you don't want to be left behind,
Well, if you don't shift, they're gonna put you on UBI.
right? And you don't want to be there.
And you don't, because once you go to UBI, you're not gonna get out.
Once you go to UBI, Universal Basic Income, you are not going to get out.
Right, and here's why.
Uh-oh.
You don't control your money at that point. The government will control your money.
Yeah.
That's why you have to build what? Assets.
Assets. Amen.
And you have to understand, yes, ma'am.
Is it a good idea
not to leave all of your monies in one basket.
Yes, yes, it is a good idea now, and I'm gonna give you some alternatives. Yes.
DEI something like, SSBI? Or not the same?
Mm-mm. So UBI is gonna be a flat across the board.
It's like Europe has UBI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Europe has UBI. So I want you to look at that European system for UBI.
Yeah, it's like when you lose your job and you get on unemployment, it's like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the frightening part is that if the government is controlling your money, they're controlling your life, and if you don't do right,
They could cut it off at any time.
right,
Hence the need for what? Asset.
assets, right, which is it's a frightening reality given this country and how we look.
Well, especially because we are of how our freedoms are.
Yeah, quote unquote.
UBI people won't be able to travel.
Yeah.
Because you can't spend it on what?
Travel.
Travel. You're gonna have to spend it only on basic needs. And you can't withdraw it from a bank. They're gonna see every transaction that you make.
And so you can't also build assets.
You can't build assets with it either. It's only for your basic needs. And if you don't spend it within a certain period of time now, poof, it's gonna vanish.
That sounds like a new form of slavery. Yeah,
It is. It's called indentured servitude.
you gonna make your eyes that big at me.
Yeah, I've been telling
Yeah,
my
Jimmy.
folks, I said, okay, you gonna be the slave, cause sister girl ain't
Yeah,
doing
I
that.
got assets, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
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 You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ms. Frank, real quick, how long have you been teaching this to whomever? How long?
Okay, so I've been teaching this to the Dallas community since 2019.
Okay, and have you run across anyone else that looks like you that's also teaching?
Yeah, well, there traps out there, Terry, Eugemo, and Earn Your Leisure. They're out
Okay.
there teaching this.
Okay.
Now, the economic part, they teach more of the trading.
Mm-hmm.
I teach the economic part because if you don't understand the economics,
Gotcha.
everything else is
Yep.
not gonna matter.
I got you. Okay.
See, because you gotta understand the why you gotta build assets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Otherwise, you might not do it, right? Because when
Right.
I'm saying
Right.
that's not gonna happen. They can't say I got time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right, and they think they have time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Football players, as we know, will no longer be playing on the field.
We don't know that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we do. I do.
I'm sorry. Say it.
Avatars will be playing. We will all be like the Hunger Games, playing with Madden. Mhm.
Wait a minute now.
Football, basketball, all of that's gonna change. Cause why? Right.
That's a heavy statement.
That's-
So you're saying
I've seen it, so.
oh, I know. I believe you. I just want to make sure I understand. I got to wrap my brain around it. You're saying that the sport, as of right now,
Okay, all these kids going, trying to get that. That's gonna end in 2030.
so the sporting world is gonna go electronic where everything is an avatar.
And you better be an owner.
You better be the owner of an avatar, or
You better be an owner of a team, something like that. They gonna start giving, yeah, they're gonna start giving partnerships.
say that again.
They're gonna start giving partnerships and teams. When I went to Las Vegas about 3 years ago, sat down to look at a European team. Yeah, for ownership, to be a limited, okay?
Approximately how much do you to become a member of that partnership?
I needed about 10 million in net worth. But they were gonna, the way they packaged it, you could come in and pick a package, like, okay? Yeah, so more teams are gonna come up because people have to be what? Entertained.
Yeah.
And so as more teams come out, people won't be going to camps and stuff like that. This will be, remember now, the number one tokenized platform is betting.
is betting.
Yeah,
You know, and it annoys me to no end, Sister Friend, how I see these betting commercials everywhere, all over. I'm like, why are there so many of these things popping up?
because that's what we're going to.
Yeah, they're getting people accustomed to betting.
Yeah.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it's better.
My granddaughter, how she found out, I don't know. She was 17 at the time, and she won $200 in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
On Robinhood, you could go
Wow.
in and bet. You're gonna bet on elections, you're gonna bet on what people say, what people don't
Yeah.
say.
It's like what's it called? Kashi?
Yeah,
You can bet on anything.
Yeah.
And they don't call it betting, they call it something else. But it's
predictive marketing.
predictive marketing. And it's like it's driven by the consumers, and it's like
Yeah, it is.
you know, it's like what is this and why is it not? And that makes sense
Yeah.
because they're getting you accustomed to a new way of life.
Right, they're getting you accustomed. And so that's how they start bringing people in to this whole new tokenization system.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to think, this is by chance.
Mm-hmm.
So as we move to this, why should you be prepared? Because the legacy system, how we did business with the banks, how we get our gas, all of that, how we pick up our food from the store, all of that is about to change.
Mm-hmm.
But say, thank God we live in Texas. Here's what I'm gonna say. Texas has made provisions for its citizens now to operate in gold and silver. And why is that gonna be important for you? Because when the pain comes and the shift happens, it's gonna be the precious metals that's gonna help us sustain.
Is that the first asset we should have, precious metal?
Yes, the first asset you should have which is your foundation, first gold, then silver.
Okay.
That's your foundation.
Why gold before silver?
Because gold is a universal money.
Okay.
So you could go to 34 countries and trade for that currency.
Okay.
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 Gold is what? Universal.
Yeah.
It's a universal language. Okay, just like the dollar was universal,
Mm-hmm.
gold is universal. Second, silver. Third, platinum. Then palladium. And then copper. We're gonna see $500 a barrel oil. Because we're gonna be in a war longer than what we anticipate. But we're gonna have what is called an oil crisis due to the drawdown in the strategic petroleum reserves.
What did you just say about a barrel of oil? Say that again. What did you just say about
The barrel of oil is gonna be $500. Right now it's what, 80 something? It's gonna go to 5. See, we're gonna go into that time where that gold bar you have is gonna beat inflation. Okay? We're gonna have 2 resets of gold. The first reset will be by the US government. And the second reset will be by China and Russia. Because as we switch systems now, we're gonna see the value of gold. Right now it's what, 4,000? We're gonna see the value of gold increase to between 50 to 87,500 on the first leg, and on the second leg to about $150. Why do you need the gold? You need the gold for your collateral. You need to have gold for your what? Collateral. Because if you need to borrow against it to finance anything, you're not gonna be able to finance it the old way. What was the old way? You went to what? The bank. You took out a what? A loan. Because we're on this new system now, they're gonna say, list your assets.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yep.
And we move into what type of assets? Hard assets. So your real estate is gonna be an asset you can use. You debt free. So you can use that as an asset. Your gold could be an asset, but also your Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is what? Finite. And you could use the Bitcoin in this new collateralized system. Now, why did I say earlier the bond market was troubling us? Because the bond market now as it starts to unwind globally,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna need another asset to counter that unwinding. That's why I said you need to have the gold. You do need another asset to counter the what? Unwinding of the what? Of the system. Got it? Because as the system unwinds, if they call your house note in, you have the what? Collateral.
How likely is it that house notes will be called in? Okay. For those that didn't see your face.
We've already gone through it. It's called the savings and loan crisis. They
Okay.
called in notes.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
That's what it's interesting, because back in the day, people would say, oh, you don't need to pay off your house, but you need to write off your tax.
Come on.
And other people saying, yeah, you need to pay off your house, and so it depends on who you listen to, or,
Right.
no.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Listen to.
Yeah. He who holds the gold does what? Rule. So he holds you somewhat. Go.
Gold. Yes, ma'am.
You need to hold gold because you're gonna rule. In physical gold, yes. You need to go ahead and ask, let's deal with some of the questions. So before I go on.
Well, I've been answering them as you've been speaking,
Okay.
and then we don't have any questions that specifically for you. That this was a question: virtual gold or crypto gold or physical. Then Sister Erica said physical gold, which is what you meant. So
Right.
yeah, other than that, we good.
Physical,
Yes,
yes. So the reason why I'm saying this to you is because Texas, beginning next year, will allow you to have what is called a gold back note and operate in daily transactions. It's called gold back notes. We're already in it. People already take it. Now we got to deal with the what? The processing of the gold back note. And in Texas, there was a Senate bill that allows now for us to buy and sell in precious metals. So we're gonna have like a Visa card attached to our bullion bank, because Texas has its own bullion bank.
What's that Senate bill number? Do you know?
Not offhand. I'll give it to you later. Y'all could look it up for me, Erica, please, and put it in the chat. The Senate bill that allows for gold transactions on daily, because we're gonna have it. Okay, we're gonna have it now. This not it, but a what? When?
When? Can they call in private student loans as well?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. And because student loans, let me tell you, universities were built on student loans. Student loans are tied to which market? The bond market. Debt is tied to the what? Bond market. Mortgages, credit cards, car notes, personal loans, student loans, that's all tied to the what? Bond market. Retirements, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, pensions. What is it tied to? The bond market.
And investing in the bond market is not the answer, because that's changing.
Correct, because it's unwinding.
Unwinding.
Because we have to unwind the global bond market, which is about 300 and some trillion. We're 40 trillion. And that whole system has to unwind. That's what I'm saying. We're getting off that old system where we relied on the bond market, because what just got hit recently was the petrodollar.
Yeah.
See, the petrodollar, when it got hit, it unwinds the bond market. It's like that pendulum that goes from here to swing to here. And as it's unwinding, we're in the middle of the what? Calamity.
SB 424 and SB 1813.
Okay, put that down. SB, thank you, Erica.
SB 424 and SB
1813.
Okay. Your your folks have thought of it to help the citizens of Texas. Now, other states are doing it, but we have our own bullion bank. And we have our own system where we could be able to start transacting in what? In gold and silver.
We who?
Texans.
Okay.
Texas. So when it goes online, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start educate. We're starting in August. We buy weekly.
Okay,
And the reason why we started bi-weekly because people forget, they're not in the habit of saving.
Mhm.
So we buy go backs weekly as a community.
okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
One of the questions I had, all the communities that I believe will work in or live in, they're building homes. I mean, every vacant lot, they're building homes. And I'm like, why they keep building homes? And they say, you know, the economy is really bad. So what you're saying is because of Texas system, people are gonna start coming to Texas, buying those homes.
Yes.
That'll be my big question is, why are they potentially building all these homes and they said, you know, AI's take a job, you don't have money. they
But
keep
people
building.
got assets.
I'm sorry.
People have assets. So in California, like, okay, one of my clients sold her home for over $500,000. See what I'm saying? They got the cash. And when they come here, they could buy what, $200,000-$300,000 home cash. See, that's what you're not seeing.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the reason why, my question all the time, why they keep building so many homes?
Because when people come here from New York and California, they leave with a load of cash.
So they're building because they know people are gonna end up here.
Yeah, they're gonna end up here. Just like in Dallas. And you're gonna build what is called, look up smart cities.
Oh, yeah,
Look up the
Oh,
smart
yeah.
city.
yes.
Smart cities. Yes, ma'am.
Let's say, isn't it also because the opportunity zone, do that, right? I'm sorry, remember the opportunity zone?
Yeah.
And they get those tax credits. So that benefits us, though, right?
But the house is not going there. The house is going to the smart city zone.
Okay.
Okay, you guys have a master plan that you don't know about. In that master plan, it talks about smart cities. Mhm.
So
And-
with Houston be a smart city?
Yeah, Houston and Dallas.
Dallas is a smart city, so okay.
Austin too, yeah. Yeah, we going to
Like the
smart-
smaller cities, Bastrop and Pasadena, the little smaller surrounding cities. Instead of the metropolitan city, the smaller cities.
Yeah, the smaller ones are gonna get it, but the bigger cities need it first because the bigger cities are the hub. See, like what Houston has done, you created an entrepreneurship hub.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is known for its executives. So if you come to Dallas, you're gonna make a higher salary because you're an executive. Houston, Austin, and San Antonio are known for its entrepreneurs. Okay, so that's why I said, it ain't that y'all ain't got money, it's how you spend your money.
Are you using it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't have the money, it's how you spend the money. That is the issue. Because because you're emotional, you thought that certain things was gonna make you feel good.
Right.
But when you end up broke and on UBI, then you're gonna want to go on the street and cry help. Well, guess what? Nobody's coming
Ain't gonna be.
because they're gonna lock you down in your house with an ankle breaker when you can't get out.
Yeah. Yep.
Serious.
I did research on the, I don't know what I was looking at, but the whole prison system is in a change in that they don't, instead of sending people to a prison, the community is gonna become a prison
Correct.
because they're gonna lock it down. You're not gonna be able to make certain moves and do certain things.
Mhm.
So it'll be no need to send you anywhere.
Oh, they're gonna trust me. It's gonna be reduced. You're not gonna have policemen anymore.
They're gonna control the individual.
Correct. You're going to a state of surveillance. So we're not gonna have a crime issue. Block cameras are doing that now. See, everything you're asking me about, they've put some system in place already. Got it? Some- You just don't know it,
Right.
cause you live in your best life.
What is hence block? So the police say hence block. What is that?
Hence Flock, that's the name of the.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, they put
Thank you,
in,
Bonnie.
okay,
Yeah, that's smart city, the urban areas that,
yeah, so go ahead and read it.
Smart cities smart cities are urban areas that use data, digital technology, and the Internet of Things, IoT,
Yes,
to improve services, save energy, and cut waste. Key components include smart transport, energy grids, and public safety tools. And what is hence block?
Hence Flock is the camera
Oh, okay.
that they use, so when you passing by, it's taking pictures of you, it knows where you were, when, yeah. Mhm.
on the lights and on the,
Right.
Delta 8.
Yeah. Mhm. They know. They know when you travel. Okay,
As you said, surveillance state.
we're in a surveillance state.
Yeah.
So in the surveillance state, your freedom is no longer free.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Let's go to. What I feel you need to do next.
Yeah. And before you get to that, Sister Frank, can you explain the difference between fiat currency and cryptocurrency? Just-
Okay. Fiat currency is the greenback, the dollars in which you physically hold. Cryptocurrency is the digital dollars. It's the dollars that's gonna be on your phone,
Mhm.
in your bank account. So when you look at your bank account, you're looking at digital dollars.
Right.
When you go to the bank, to the ATM to withdraw, you're withdrawing physical dollars, which is fiat.
Okay.
Okay? At 2030, you will no longer be able to get a dollar bill.
Okay.
In 2030, you will no longer be able to do what?
Get physical dollars.
Get physical dollars.
Wow. Mm. That's different.
Correct. Yeah. You will no longer be, now, everything I'm saying, the system has been tested.
Mm-hmm.
It might not have been tested here, because they already know Americans are gonna go crazy,
Yeah.
but because we are a different kind of what? We're a democracy,
Mm-hmm.
and our laws, but I just posted something in my group about Romania. Erica post that in the chat. Somebody wiped out, they put the Romanian houses on tokenization,
Okay.
and somebody wiped it out completely.
Mm.
Good thing there was a backup.
Back of the report.
Yes. So, rule number 1, you must have copies of your deeds, everything you own, in physical form. Make 2 copies. One if you have to prove it, another one for you to keep. Do that immediately. Okay? Everything you own. Number 2, you must have gold, physical gold, and physical silver, and physical cash outside of the system. Okay? Why? Because if banks did like they did during COVID, it's not gonna be a 30-day solution. It might be a 90 to 6 month day solution. I want you to understand me now. A 90 to 6 month day solution. Why? Because the banks are going from an old network to what? A new one.
Right. This is a good time to answer Sister Seeker's question. She said, what impact would this have on other countries, being that the other countries are heavily dependent on the US dollar?
Oh, they're going down too.
Those other countries are going down too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's global, it's a global reset.
Okay.
And so the other countries will also be sucked into this. Now, United States citizens who are living in other countries like Thailand, you better tell them to get their booties back home and get their stuff straight, because when those veterans checks, SSI checks, Social Security checks get cut off, they will no longer be welcome
You
in
cut
those
off.
countries.
Yep. Cut off.
Unless they have, financial services.
Yeah,
Got some assets.
unless they have assets.
Yeah.
And they have to prove that they have those assets.
How do you prove that? I mean, you have a separate.
Well, they have the, like I'm telling y'all, you gotta print the
To
physical
make
stuff.
copies
Yeah, you gotta print the physical stuff.
of everything.
And because everything is tokenized and be placed on the blockchain, they're gonna, the distributive ledger, they're gonna know that that's a true statement. So you're not gonna be able to do fake documents.
Mhm.
Because all they're gonna do is, based on a GPS system, connected to the network to say, you own this particular piece of property.
And it's interesting you said the GPS because yesterday, nothing in the news, they talking about what they do if the GPS goes down, they have to pay. That's how.
We have a map. We
I'm
keep,
talking about everybody else.
yeah, we keep a map. We keep a map in our cars.
Right.
We keep maps in our cars.
Wait, you keep
We keep the big freeway map. Yeah,
physical maps in your car. Why?
Physical.
Why?
because GPS, we took,
Oh,
say compasses.
okay.
Two things we keep, a map and a compass.
Okay.
Because when calamity does come, not if it will come, when the calamity does come, you need to know which direction to go.
Yeah.
Did y'all see it?
See what?
Channel 11, they talked about like preparing for if GPS goes down.
Right,
Oh.
if GPS goes down.
Wow.
I've been telling mine, I said GPS is not going to be up when you need it, because the system's gonna be jammed. You have to carry physical maps in your car. You
Yeah.
have to carry walkie-talkies in your car. You have to carry your backpacks in your car. Okay? This is not a public service announcement. This is something you have to do.
And are you saying this could happen next week, next month, I know you said 2030, but I'm just.
No. We're gonna have a test run this year.
That's what I'm saying, so this is today, tomorrow, it's happening. Now, it's not something you're gonna wait on to do, this is something that you're doing now, but the
Okay,
climax is gonna be in 2030, possibly.
okay. The test run is gonna happen. Okay, so I did 18 months of chaos. You were on that.
I was.
Cop.
Man. Yep.
And what did I tell people?
You told us to get a certain amount of gold, certain amount of silver. You told us about the real estate. You told us about the housing. Told about the banks making a call on those loans. You told us that this is not if, it's when.
Mm-hmm.
You told us about the global collapse of the market.
Mm-hmm. And it started yesterday.
Well, actually, you told, I think that was maybe
Yeah.
a year ago. You said,
Yeah, it was March.
yeah,
March,
you
'cause
gave
we
us a
did
few
susu.
months to get ready.
Right,
Yeah.
we did our susus, a susu is like an investment club. We did our susus. At the time, gold was like $30 some. Now it's 58, it's gone as high as 120. I mean, silver was $30 and it went as high as
What's a
120.
susu?
A susu is like an investment club. It's where people pool money together to buy assets. Or sometimes you need loans, and it's a way where in Caribbean and Middle Eastern countries, they bank. It's a form of banking. We do it, it's called the church. It's a form of you giving your tithe. How you think you build big mega churches? You susuing. Okay? Now, you need the church to do that for the community.
Hold on a second, Mr. Frank, because this is a good segue to what you're about to say. What's the question online, Facebook? Sorry, I missed it, Sister Mayasa. What's the name of your group, and is it open for people to join? I know, right? I mean, that's obvious.
Okay, I'll deal with the church. Okay,
Church got to learn it before they can share.
that's right.
Yeah. And
They
that's,
don't-
and that's,
that's
the
the
thing. Like I say, and no one's talking about this. So
No.
the church has got to learn it so they can share.
Yeah.
Yeah, name of your group is open for people to join.
Put Zan Wesley Holmes Junior Community Outreach Center. And then go,
The website?
yeah, just
Okay,
put the
right.
website.
Same recipe, huh? You know, that's what I don't think.
Yeah, that's my doubt. That's what we do in Dallas, yes. Okay, so let me go back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deal with the churches. The church was not meant to come into the community just to build a building. It was meant to come into the community during times like this to do what? Save the community.
Mhm.
Why build more housing when you have members going into foreclosure? It is the church's responsibility to come together and to be able to what? Save that house from foreclosure and create an agreement where that person either pays them back or begins to rent from the church.
Okay, now we know the reality of our churches is that our people, as I said to Ms. Fontenot and Brother Will, our people aren't plugged in nowhere. Church, civic club, nobody's plugged in. So how do we get our people, more importantly, how do we get our churches to learn about everything you're saying so that they can, don't laugh so loudly, so that they can prepare the community?
That's
Say again?
leadership. It's leadership.
Lacking, but I agree, but it's lacking, yeah.
Right.
I do not, yeah.
Some people are connected to the church, they just not connected to.
The leadership.
Just not connected to, I don't know.
Name it and claim it, all of that. Nah. It's time to you to build community. It's time for you to come up with solutions for the community. It is time now for you to do the following.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with shelter. That's number one. People need a place to what? Live.
Live, right.
So this is the charge of the church that I'm telling. Number two, food. Energy. Water. Barterability, ability to barter.
Borrow, okay.
Barter.
Barter.
Borrow.
Yeah, for us to barter. If the church can do those things, it will save its people. If it cannot, its people will go into slavery.
Right.
Serfdom.
And sadly, you know why most churches aren't going to do this.
Right. So I'm not,
Yeah.
I was on the mega church board.
Yeah.
That's a question.
Okay, before you start that, in the story of Joseph, when we talk about Gideon and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
the people had the resources. So they went to the government to complain. Joseph represents government, which is Pharaoh, correct? I think it's 43 in Genesis 43. And it starts at verse 13. So that's what's going to happen in this situation. People going to the government and complain. They're going to say to the people, well, we gave you our money.
Mm.
Then we gave you our what? Livestock. We gave you our land. Now we got to give you ourselves. But what the people didn't do when they were complaining to the government was what?
Preparing.
Work together.
Work together.
Because they had all the resources among themselves.
Yeah.
They had the money. They should have put it in the bank. They had the livestock. They should have pooled it together. They had the land. They should have pulled it together so people could live. That's the problem.
Yeah.
What's the solution? Building community. But you can't build community if you got an ego.
That's
You
right.
can't build community if you think you know and somebody else don't know.
You can't build a community if you think somebody else is gonna come back and do it for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if you're waiting on the government,
Lord.
you're at the peril of someone else
Yeah.
besides yourself. Question. Go ahead, you said.
So the mega churches, the pastors with the alligator shoes, the jets and all that kind of stuff. How is this information presented to that particular individual? You said leadership.
Yeah.
How is the information presented to that individual so that can funnel down through the congregation? And with the realization that some of those guys do not really care, or they're, it's financially based with them.
Right.
So, and I guess in essence, when we leave here, and my thing is always, when we leave here today.
Well, I'm gonna give you a charge. I'm gonna give you the charge.
Okay, that's.
You've given us a few charges.
I know.
You've been charging all morning.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am, and I got
Give
some
you a
charges,
choice.
yeah.
Everybody in this room should have a family business
Yeah.
where you and your family work together.
Okay.
And then you should have a group business. So in a group business, it should be a real estate club.
Yeah.
Or a stock club or a crypto club or a combination of all of them. But it just depends on what you want to do. You start with the end in mind. You start with who has character, commitment. If you don't have people with character, if you don't have people with commitment, you're gonna fall through. Trust me. You gotta have people who have what? Character
Yeah.
and commitment. Because it's going to take work.
Yep.
It is too many times, we want that something for nothing.
Mhm.
That ain't happening.
And we want it fast.
And we want it fast.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. You got 3 years to get your act together.
Mm.
Here's the book I want you to read.
Did you read the book?
I'm about to give it to you. 2029, The End of America by Preston Spencer. It is on Amazon. 2029. Now, it is not what he's talking about is what I said today. It is not that we're going away. It's just that the America we know is what? Changing.
Right. And who's the author, Sister Frank?
By Preston Spencer.
Preston Spencer.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all, I want to thank y'all for showing up.
Yeah. They showing up. They showing up.
I want to thank y'all for showing up. And I want to thank you guys for showing up and for having me this.
The whole data school is online. I'm sorry, her whole data school is online.
Yeah, 30 people.
And showed up.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this video. Y'all go ahead and add something.
See, so this is the new book. I'm not going to give it to the 2 Ounce Gold Club, but I want you guys to, everybody from my Dallas and my Jersey and my Philadelphia groups to look at this, as well as Louisiana, huh?
When was that published? When did it come out? Gotta be soon, huh?
Yeah, it had to be. So it's, guess what? If it's in the book,
2026.
it's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book. Yeah.
This is the book. Okay, now I'm gonna take questions, and I'm gonna just thank you.
Does it have an action plan more or less? Cause I'm like, when I leave here today with this newfound knowledge, what am I have to do?
Okay, so let's study the short cells approved first. So the first action plan is you need to study, research tokenization,
Okay.
okay, and understand how that's gonna affect you, as well as the bond market. Once you do that, then you can formulate an investment club so you can understand how and invest in those companies that are gonna be on the precipice, on the change of what's about to happen. Okay, yes, ma'am.
All of that is covered in that book?
No, it just tells you some generic things, but Tawani, you could invite me back with your
Yes,
group
ma'am.
and then
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
talk about
For
it.
sure.
Once you've done your study, we could host a perspective.
Yeah, we
Where
have
I'm-
to. Yeah.
Where I deal with the perspective of what's going on. Okay,
Okay, because the people that I know,
yes.
whether it be in my church or not, they're gonna go, oh, wait, I don't wanna hear that.
And you're
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, and you're right.
No, you're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. When I first started teaching it, nobody believed me. But when they shut down the banks, once they walked out of the setup, they believed me that. And then when COVID happened, so Erica and Raylene and a lot of people online could tell you in 2019, September 2019, I said, guys, we're going to shift. And the market's gonna crash because we're going into what is called a pandemic cycle. See, we don't understand how cycles hit. So we're at the end of the life cycle of a currency.
Mm.
We're at the what? End
Well, life cycle.
of the life cycle of the what?
Currency.
Of the currency.
Yes, ma'am.
Go study it. Now, you have to understand, how does that affect you? It affects you because the petrodollar was affected. And that's how you guys show up, you look good, if you have a car, you have a house. Petrodollar gave you that lifestyle.
Mm.
That's on the legacy system. It's about to shift and go on to what? Tokenization system. All right? So, once you start doing your due diligence, I'll deal with Twani, and then we can see where you are. Now, let me say this, I don't need y'all to go out and convince people.
Mm.
I really do. I don't need y'all to convince. We've seen enough. Yeah, I don't need you online. I don't need y'all to go out and convince people. I don't. I could care less.
Yeah.
See, because what? Everything I have backstop proven, shown the result. I don't need y'all to go out and do that.
Yeah.
Right. And if they're not gonna listen, you don't need to beat folks up. They're gonna perish. I mean, look, let me say this.
Hmm.
The truth will what? Set you free. Not just truth, but the truth you know. People don't want to
No.
know.
Yeah. And they don't want to deal with the truth. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
So once.
And at that point, it's too late.
But that's too late. Look, let me say this. Then it's too late.
Can I add to that though? But if you were prepared as an individual with the access, right, then you're able to help somebody else.
No.
You're not even prepared.
No.
No, that don't work either?
Save yourselves. No. You are not able to help somebody else. No. You must do what? Save yourself. Yeah,
And so should I be saving money or spending money?
you should be buying gold.
Assets.
We talking about gold
Bars.
bars, but just gold.
You can get your gold. Oh, thank you for saying that.
Because just
I need you
know
to get your gold and your silver jewelry assessed. Get an assessment. Get it appraised.
In February, I had some, just some little trinkets in my car. And I went to pawn shop on, West Town because I was looking for something. And then they, anyway, I ended up selling a lot of silver in February for $111 an ounce.
Right.
Today is 50 something.
But it's gonna be 500.
So
In
that's what I should've-
2028.
But anyway, I used something to do something else, but I should have saved.
It's okay.
It's okay, but
You didn't know.
I could really go back and just start buying
Yeah,
gold.
dollar cost there. Yeah, dollar cost there. Yes, sir.
This is the same thing I used to hear, but, I hear my niece talking about this. This barcode. So that's the same thing,
Say it again.
a barcode, everything will be on the barcode.
Yeah, that's a digital ledger. Yes.
So that's what she.
Way to keep track of everything.
Yeah.
I said, I was gonna tell you, with a barcode.
Yeah.
But basically, what it sounds like, you will have some.
Well, you won't have money if you don't take it.
Yeah. So there's not gonna be a way around it.
Well, it's nowhere.
It's the reality of the financial world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's always told me that.
Right.
To this day, she still says that.
Any questions that the chat may have?
Jack-
Any questions? Thank y'all for showing up.
Okay, so let me see the latest one. Get to the top. This is a statement. Please give author name of book. Thank you. You did that. Porter,
Yeah.
Porter Stansbury.
Preston
So
Spencer.
I don't know who Porter Stansbury is.
Yeah, he's on there too. He has one.
This year.
Preston Spencer is the author of this one.
So one question, Ms. Fran, is this year are we scheduled for a blackout?
Yes,
Yes, we are.
we are scheduled for a blackout.
How long is it supposed to last?
90 days.
And when is it projected to start? October.
Mm-mm.
Before the year's
Can't
out.
say that right.
Before the year's out.
Before the year's
Yeah.
out. Hmm.
Supplies for 90 days.
Medicine, all of that. Stock up for 90 days, guys.
Next question is, what are the network tokens the new system will run on?
When you study tokenization, then I'll give you the network token.
Cool.
Okay,
Uh,
you must study and understand tokenization. It's called tokenomics. So once you understand tokenomics, then I'll come back and I'll do a study on what network tokens are gonna be,
Okay.
okay?
Next question. What about teenage children and young adult children? How do parents support them What should the teens / the young adults do that?
Teens
Don't
need
have-
to start their businesses and they need to be in the blue collar sectors. So plumber, gamers right now could go and to the FAA and be traffic controllers. If your child is a gamer, you can skip all of that.
I was thinking about that. What role will gamers play in the new sporting industry that's coming?
They
Will
gonna
they be
control.
controlling the avatar?
They're gonna be controlling the avatars.
Okay, I know, right? That's a plus.
So you need to make sure of the following with gamers now. Gamers can now be air traffic controllers, as well as gamers can also do the following. They're gonna control the avatars for the Hunger Games, quote unquote Hunger Games of sports. Boxing, basketball, football, baseball, and soccer.
And I would venture to say that another investing opportunity will be the technologies and platforms that those.
Correct.
based on.
That's why I say you gotta know that's why you gotta study tokenomics.
Yeah. Okay, next question is, if we have gold and silver started to collect crypto from 2021, can you walk us through what we can expect from December 26th to about August 2027? When of the summer? Can you walk through that?
So we're gonna look at a utility bull market in crypto. So Dogecoins, Pepe, all of that, go to the utilities. Utilities are what we need to run on these new systems. Because as they put these a tokenization system, a 24-hour stock exchange is running on a network. A network owns a token. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Does that include like solar panels?
Yes. Because that's your new energy system, uranium. And also don't forget to invest in marijuana stocks.
Why
Because-
marijuana as opposed to the gummies? Was that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, marijuana stocks.
Yeah, the
Because
stocks.
people gonna need an escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna need mushrooms.
That's true, but that's sad.
Psychedelics.
Yeah. Okay, we got a Facebook Live question. Okay. This is Sister Mayasa. She was our speaker week before last, I think. She's into financial planning.
Okay.
So she says, what will happen to all the money that is tied up? And you actually answered this when I first met you. Tied up in non-metal stocks, annuities, and life insurance, wealth building products.
Annuities. Look, let me give y'all the bad news.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow up
It's gonna blow up.
because they're all tied to the bond market.
They're all tied to the bond market. Yeah, and speaking of which,
Yeah, they're all tied to the bond market.
what isn't tied to the bond market? Because it seems like everything is. And stuff.
This table not tied to the bond
Oh,
market.
physical things.
Anything physical is not
Right.
tied to the bond market.
Okay.
That's why I said physical gold and physical silver.
Amen.
Anything in paper is tied to the bond market. Here's and let me answer her question.
Yeah.
Here's the issue that we're about to experience. It's called private credit.
Private credit. Okay.
That's the biggest elephant in the room that is going under right now. And most people don't know it. And they place it in your 401ks and your insurance. Insurance brought private credit. Annuities brought, that's insurance, private credit. Asset managers like Apollo, BlackRock, all of them brought private credit.
Why?
People, because it was speculative and it made money. Now, here's the problem. You could look it up. Private credit is going under. This is the GFC on steroids, Great Financial Crisis on steroids.
Okay.
See, it was the banks the last time. Now it's private credit that's going to take us down.
Okay.
It's a private credit system.
So should I borrow a whole lot of money to buy assets?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to the bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry about
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, borrow against your money.
So I have a question that, so you have some saved, right? Some borrow.
Okay.
some- like, how-
Here's another book you gotta read. 87,500 Gold. Erica put that in who the,
That's the name of the book?
mhm.
87,500.
How and when, yeah. And he's gonna tell you how one day we're gonna wake up and they're gonna erase the zeros.
It's gonna erase what?
Zero.
Zero.
So let's say if you got $20,000, they're gonna erase a zero, you have two.
So how do we like do, so?
No, I heard the Caribbean.
Yeah, no, really. You gonna read it from a banker. 87,500 is on Amazon. She put it in a thing.
So if my house, it's like.
Yeah, they're off your house. Mhm.
So it's gonna devalue your house or
Let me
devalue
say-
your assets or?
The dollar is worth 0.0299 cents. It's devalued.
Mm-hmm,
Hello.
yeah.
You should just go get a loan against, get as much.
If you got cash, borrow against your cash. You don't have to go get a loan, just borrow against your cash. Put it in a, you can. Mhm. I do it all the time.
And then what?
And then go ahead and buy your assets and then pay yourself back. And then once you pay it down, go borrow against your cash again, and then go buy your next batch.
GFE is Great Financial
Crisis.
Crisis.
GFC.
GFC.
Yeah, you can put it in a CD, or if you're in a credit union, you can go make a share loan at the credit union and say, look, I would like to make a share loan, SHARE, so that I can do some things, pay off some debt, but I wanna keep my what? Keep my money intact. Use your money. You're gonna have a cheaper rate anyway.
All of my money is not in the bank because I feel personally, it's none of your business how much money I have.
I get you. Well, the ones that you do have and you wanna go ahead and buy it. Mhm. Just convert some of it. You don't have to do all of it.
Another question.
So hit, okay,
Real estate and gold.
real estate, cash flow, gold, cash flow, businesses that cash flow. Businesses because it's physical. Okay, cash flow and businesses.
Another question from the group we have, when is the US gold reset and the China gold reset?
Okay, so US gold reset. After April of 2027. That's all I can give you. I can't give you no specifics.
Yeah.
But I can give you the timeline. After April 2027, because we're still gonna be in a war. You know, I met with the Treasury, the Secretary Bassett in March of this year. He came to the Economic Club and I'm gonna say he and Walsh have worked together, so they understand, they're market people. Meaning they've been in the stock market, the bond market. Bassett knows how collapses work because he worked for the George Soros Fund, where the Bank of England, the pound collapsed. Okay, you can look it up. Walsh also understands. So if you read Project 2025, the Fed, you will get an idea of what's going on. Project 2025. Now, y'all read all the racist stuff. I need y'all to read about the money stuff.
Right.
Project 2025, the Fed, so you can get an idea now of what's going on.
Okay, really quickly in the time that we have left,
Okay,
explain to us, talk to us about Zan Holmes.
okay. Zan Holmes Junior Community Outreach Center is a nonprofit located in South Dallas. Our goal, when I became executive director in 2018, was to educate the community based on an economic stability model versus a social service model.
Excellent move.
Right.
Because too many of us are caught up in social service.
Correct.
Yes.
As a result, we've had several people who have had little means or negative net worth come in and change their lives.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
I have several street hustlers who came to me had 37,000 negative net worth, had fees and fines. And now they have like 300,000 in a net worth.
Okay.
Why? Because my major focus was them building a business, building a portfolio, and building physical assets. That was it's a three-legged stool that I teach. I teach a course called Resilience.
Mhm.
It's called Mastery, and it comes from Proverbs 10:22. The blessing of the Lord make it rich and added no what? Painful toil. If you are struggling, it's because you're ignorant about something.
Yeah.
You do not have to struggle. You just have to what? Deal with your ignorance.
Yep.
Those are the things that I do. We do workforce, we do electric, low voltage, because we help a lot of people who are formerly incarcerated. Trust me, they call me before they get out of jail.
Mm.
Say, when's your next class, Miss Francis? You understand? So, we provide it free of charge. We're in a partnership with the Dallas Independent School District. We operate the first floor of the district. And then we are in partnership too with the Associate Leadership Cohort, which is TREC, is our real estate, commercial real estate group. It was the ALC 2024 cohort where the building that you see in the video, they partnered with us because they believe in what we were doing for the community.
Mhm.
And so I want you to say the partnerships are there. You just have to what? Show yourself approved.
I was just about to ask, I want to duplicate what you're doing in Dallas here in Houston.
Okay,
And it sounds like what you're saying, because my question was gonna be, how do I do that? Is look at what you've done,
Right.
duplicate the partnerships here and just go from there.
right.
Okay.
So we host a Juneteenth Economic Forum where I sort of give the economics for the city, the state, as well as national, what we're gonna see in the micro. So we're in what is called financial repression.
Okay.
Savers get hurt, bondholders get hurt in a financial repression
Mhm.
state. And so that's why I'm saying borrow against your money, use it to buy assets. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Y'all thank you
All right.
for coming. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. And I hope that you've enjoyed it. Okay?
It was a lot.
I know, but
Yeah, but it is what it is.
because you're behind.
Yeah.
But if we work together, we can get it done.
Oh, no, if you work together, you can get it done.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Hopeless. I should have said that on there.
No, but my people do.
Not yours, but I had to say, no, this is so depressing. I'm like, well, just call me, we can work together. Like,
Yeah, you can
don't
work
be so
together.
depressed.
Yeah.
And that for me, this is the whole point. Like I always say that everything the community, black community needs, the black community has,
Right,
but we don't know because we don't talk to each other.
right.
Right. And she said,
Not just that, we copy off each other, don't give us each other street
right,
cred.
right. And that goes to what I was about to say. Everything we need is something you said constantly, community.
Right, we do.
And if we do community the right way, then there won't be none of that
That's right.
stealing and borrowing, not giving credit, because
It's-
we'll
it's
do it
a
the right
char-
way.
It's character flaws.
Yeah, and we'll understand that if we don't do it the right way, none of us are gonna make it.
Right,
How do you know the right way? That's the problem.
character,
Character and what's the other C?
commitment,
Yeah.
character and commitment.
Yeah.
If you ain't committed, you're not gonna show up. A character flaw is you gotta tell people when you having trouble and just don't get ghosts
Right.
and block them.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Correct.
I'm gonna try and find this a clip of this video I showed. But this white guy was talking about what Trump's family is doing.
Yeah.
Because it's really telling, because everything, if you don't know what he's talking about, it sounds like he's speaking another language, which he is.
Trump is gonna be our last president. I don't want to say that.
Well, he said if you vote this time, it's gonna be it. Yeah.
He's gonna be. Yeah, he's gonna be. I don't want to say that.
All right, give me a second to find this real quick.
Yeah, the government's gonna shift. It's gonna shift more to a social parliamentary style. It's no longer gonna be two party. I used to be on state central committee, so I know this in.
Well, I'm just gonna be following y'all around.
As you should, especially her, as you should.
That's the committee that,
Like, this is good, but.
it's a pivot in your mouth. Well, let me say this, God has his time.
Yeah, amen.
Okay. Because if I would have told you this in 2019, you said I'm crazy, that lady crazy.
People that say that about you now.
July the 29th, which was yesterday, right?
Yeah,
So 2 or 3 weeks ago, they said, watch out for July the 29th, and then July the 29th, they lost so much of the stock market.
that's right, 1,100 and a dollar. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about projection, predictions, and somebody knows, we just need to be open-minded and listen. And pay it.
And that's the thing, Ms. Renetta, trying to get people who are open-minded, who will listen. Because a lot of our people will be like Yvonne said, can't happen. It's that same thing they said about Project 2025. They can't do that. There's a scare tactic. That's illegal. Well, if you control all the mechanisms of power in government, what was illegal becomes legal and vice versa. So it's getting our people to realize that this new reality, I'm not even gonna say it's coming, it's here. But so because of the circles that we travel in, again, think about all the groups that you're connected to, especially these two, they're connected to everything. Ain't nobody talking about this. So how many people are going to be on the outside looking in, locked out forever because nobody's talking about it? And this is why this is so important.
Where's the template, or where's the, to be able to say, listen, yeah, that's why actually she wrote a book. That kind of thing.
I'm not sure if they should be put in the book. But yeah, the answer would be to do what you said. Follow her. Yeah.
But you know, I was thinking when you were saying that, if you would drop this in so many churches, but you know what the masses of people are, because like she was saying, the churches should be a hub for this.
It should be, yes, ma'am. I agree.
They ain't gonna get no money from
Oh, so they're not gonna do it.
So I used to be on the board in St. Stephen before Gospel Baptist Church. If they ain't gonna make money, guess what?
That's how most of the churches, that's how some churches.
But if you can't help your people, I mean,
They want people stay, I mean, that's on side, I didn't say it like that, but.
They want them to stay.
Nobody wants to leave.
Yeah, so I want. We watching one, oh yeah, Project.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this one video because I really want them to see the language this guy is using and why it's so I had a lot of hair then.
I don't know about your organization and. Does that make sense? I'm like, most people have something on their system, what you do, well, it's system, I'm saying, why I need to. If I need if I move to, like, I'm getting ready to go to produce and buy some brisket or something like that, yeah, I'm getting ready to go and buy and invest in that. So that's what I'm saying, you're in California. I'm sorry, you're in California. So maybe that was right, no, I need to know what I need to be doing, not only in this, you need to have fun. Because I have real estate, I have 2 properties on, it's on the frame, because she was.
We're together, men together, we're paying together. Okay, yeah, that's why.
I'm serious.
Okay. I don't know how we was like when we heard we had to buy books and so what should you start? I mean, buying books.
They're so and you need to know the spot price on my lot, spot and should be able to see the spot.
We're gonna sound about a home, well, on one lot.
And then, so you have to ask the dealer, how much do you charge? How much do you charge of spots?
Share down with and real, those things, just covered.
Oh, I found it. Okay. All right, y'all gotta listen to this video. All right. So for those of you who are still online, I need y'all to listen to this. Shoot, I need to find it for the TV.
You got me scared.
Huh?
You got me scared.
Yeah, I'm going. I gotta get the bottom.
One time, I watched some, but my age, it's like in that position, 2 houses on one lot. So should I use somebody else?
I'll let you go. It's important. This you need to watch this. Tamani, it's Tamani, by the way. Tamani. You said Tawasi? Tawasi? You called me something else, but it wasn't me. It's all right. I got you covered. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's different. All right, hold on. I'm gonna play this video and I need you to. Tamani, yeah. It's okay. Okay. Turn it up. Step on mine. Step on. Maybe a minute or two. Miss Renetta, hold on a second. Miss Paula, let me know when you can hear. Miss Renetta, hold on. Okay. All right. So let me stop mine. So let me stop mine. Oh, I know why. Gotta get rid of that Facebook. Okay, so this is a video. I was presenting and I was talking about the changing American landscape. I think that was my title. Let me go back to my video and find it, make sure I got it. And I want you guys to hear what I was talking about, which is what's coming, which is what everything she just said. This guy is talking about all this stuff coming. And I gotta make sure I can find the darn thing. Hold on, miss it and get back to that. All right, here it is. Go here. Share sound. So I'm talking about the video that's about to come up. These conservative white-led think tanks are dangerous to grassroots people, no matter what they look like, because they're not thinking about making the lives of grassroots people better. They're thinking about more money and more control. So I'm gonna play that brief clip, and then I'm gonna play a clip from a show called Democracy Now! That I've been following for at least 25, 30 years. And this gentleman just wrote a book, and he's gonna break down the 3 main areas that these groups, the 2 previous groups, are moving toward. And then I'm going to come back and tell you why it's so important that A, grassroots people know about these things. B, what grassroots Black people need to be doing ASAP. And then C, if it's not too late, give a brief overview of how you guys can join us and what we're doing. I'm going to play the first video clip, and then I'm gonna let. And I think Ms. Fontenot, I've played this one before, so you may. Does this guy look familiar at all? His face? Okay, well, does that look familiar? Okay, so I'm gonna play this clip, and he's talking about the changes in cryptocurrency and the Trump administration. And I'm gonna come back and ask you guys a very simple question, and your answer is gonna be just like my answer. It's like, what? So check this out, and then I don't think it's 5 minutes. I don't think I'll play the whole thing, but you'll get the gist of what I'm talking about.
The Trump family is literally taking over the financial system. September 1st, 2025. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible and break this down so the normal everyday public can understand what is actually happening. Today is a historical day, September 1st, 2025, and I want to break this down because there's a lot of confusion. The Trump family launched their World Liberty Financial Token, which is a DeFi platform that the Trump family, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Barrett Trump, and the Witkoff family, study the Witkoff family. They created a decentralized banking system, which is completely opposite of the old centralized system that we're coming from. In the decentralized system, we're the bank. That's just one thing that's happened since Trump's become president. Now, one side is pushing back heavily because of the conflict of interest. Now, that's kind of weird to say in regards to politics and conflict of interest and investments and getting special treatment. But the Trump family's crypto is all inside of a trust managed by his children. Trump is the president of the United States, and he pushed through really heavily to get the Genius Act approved, which is stablecoin regulation. Follow along with me on here. So with stablecoin regulation, this is where I'm going to help you guys separate the two. Stablecoins are backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar. They're not really investments. It's where you would store, like for example, if you profit in crypto, you would store it in USDT, USDC, RLUSD, which is Ripple stablecoin, USD1, which is Trump's stablecoin from World Liberty Financial. So today what went live is their DeFi token that's connected to World Liberty Financial. So that's a tradable token that you can trade and make money off of. USD1 is a stable coin that if you made profits in that, you could store your profits in that that's backed 1-to-1 by the dollar. Now here's where the complete rewiring and the taking over of the financial system in a decentralized way is happening with the Trump family. Now remember, they got pissed because they got debanked because of their political position. So now what they've done is they've created their own decentralized platform where we are the bank. So they got World Liberty Financial, which is live right now on exchanges like Kraken, and Coinbase just announced that you can trade it on Coinbase. Then you have USD1, which is a stable coin, but here's the caveat. And I'm gonna go a little bit deeper with this, pay attention. I'm gonna teach you the game. I'm a Warren Buffett style investor. This is why I don't get fudded out. This is why I don't pay attention to hype. This is why I stay in the markets. I don't try to time them. I have time in the markets. Is what do stable coins use to be stable? US treasuries, bonds. What was happening to our bond market? It was getting destroyed. And what do they use? Short-term treasuries. And so stable coins use short-term treasuries to keep them stable. USD1, USDT, USDC, RLUSD. Let's take it a little bit deeper. So Bo Hines, who's the executive director for digital assets with Trump, just stepped down to go work with Tether to work on the US relations. But wait a minute, it goes deeper.
Well,
Howard Lutnick, who is the Commerce Secretary.
Tether bought the most gold in over the last.
Yeah.
The countries were
Yeah.
buying it, but Tether
Yeah.
was buying it too.
Yeah.
Now, why would a crypto company load up on gold?
Yep. Yeah. And this video came across my the creating answer to say it, but because of Craig Lee in Shreveport introduced me to her, got me hip to this, but had me asking all the kind of questions. So I'm saying community and had me connect to the right people, because when I first saw this, as most of us, what the hell? Amen. We got somebody who can answer questions.
Right.
For America, who's right next to Trump
We
all
care.
the time,
We commit.
is going to be a billionaire in Bitcoin this year who ran Cantor. Cantor is a cryptocurrency company that gives loans to cryptocurrency banks. He passed it down to his son when he got into the presidency, into the president's White House, excuse me. So his son Brandon Lutnick runs Cantor, and Cantor teamed up with Tether and SoftBank with the $3.6 billion crypto venture. Bo Hines stepped down, went to go bring Tether into the US. Cantor teamed up with SoftBank with a $3.6 billion crypto venture. And SoftBank just made a huge investment last week, 12 days ago, in Intel. And then the US government just took a stake in Intel. If you can't see that the Trump family and this presidency is taking over the financial system, we're moving from a centralized to a decentralized system. By the time all the dust settles, I believe the Trump family will be one of the richest families in the world. The biggest difference is we get to play in the playground this time. So instead of scrolling aimlessly, study your ass off. That's what we did. Position yourself in a few good investments. Don't chase everything. Stop chasing meme coins and get rich quick and hype. Warren Buffett doesn't do that. Ray Dalio doesn't do that. Kathy Woods doesn't do that. Robert Kiyosaki doesn't do that. They're hyper focused on a couple assets. And as Warren Buffett says, you pick a couple of winners, you'll be very wealthy. And remember, it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. And if you can't be patient for the next 4 to 6 years, you ain't gonna make it. But if you can remain stoic and you can remain calm, and you can work to rewire the foundation so your family can be in a different situation, you will be the generation shifter in your family. Pay attention. Breadcrumbs are everywhere. Warriors, rise, get your shit together.
So that was, I don't know, that'd be at least a year ago. But the point is, it was okay, amen. So the point is, things are changing, and they're changing fast. And not just Black people, but marginalized communities. We are. I won't say on
It's gonna be affected too,
a lot. Well, I'm sure. I'm saying if we're already struggling to survive, we're gonna be locked out permanently.
Correct.
So
Permanent underclass.
a permanent underclass. And what's so sad about it is that this country wouldn't be this country were it not for our people, being enslaved here. So a country that was based on our people being enslaved and taken advantage of is going to lock us out of everything that. So all the reparation stuff
They signed, still gonna get reparations, but the dollars ain't gonna be worth much.
gonna be
Because what you have to understand is, your consumption is about you consuming
Mm-hmm.
to save the money,
Right.
to save the money.
Yeah.
They already know you're gonna consume.
They're banking on your money too.
Well, COVID showed you that.
Yeah.
COVID showed you that you did a wealth transfer from Tiffany, from COVID money to Tiffany's,
Mm.
or from, COVID money to Walmart.
Yeah. You still spent the money.
You still spent the money, essentially, you didn't buy assets with it. Right.
Yeah. So the point is, we do Thursday morning breakfast and other things that we do because again, we want to be the bridge
Yeah.
between those that have the knowledge and the information and the skills and take that to those that need it most. I try to get out to the community 3 Saturdays out of every month, and I want to give people what I'm calling a community benefits package. Give them some information that they can utilize and or plug into, and everything that every speaker we've had here, to include Ms. Putnam, is a part of that.
That's good.
Because we got people that know stuff.
Right.
We got people that know how to do stuff always.
Oh,
We're just not utilizing it as we should because we don't have community the way
Right.
we need to have it.
Right.
And we do this every Thursday morning. So if you came out, feel free to come back. Yeah, because it matters.
I want to thank Twan for having me on his platform. And thank you, Vaughn, for assisting.
Amen. Yeah, it matters. Again, that's how community works.
That's right.
Right. You got an ally that sees a need, that has an asset, come on through.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. Then based on the asset coming through, we build.
Right.
I believe that there are only 2 things that can stop our people from moving forward. A higher power
Yeah.
that's obviously not against us, because if so, we wouldn't be here.
Correct.
Because God knows we've come through a
That's
lot.
right.
And us. If we choose not to be stopped, you cannot stop Black people.
Right, and what we have to do is work together. You cannot work in individual silos.
Community.
Community, guys.
Community. This is a team gangster game.
All right.
If you ain't got no team with some gangsters, we not gonna make it.
That's right.
And trust me when I say they don't care about us not making it.
That's
Amen.
right.
Right. And this is a new form of slavery. So we got to get back to it. Yeah. So on that note, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys online. We'll see y'all later. Yeah. Appreciate you.
All right. I appreciate it.